Hello, beautiful people. Good to come your way today. Thank you for joining us on this informative series with Mr. God Raised. Today, we would like to have some reviews on some vital information that I think that will be very, interesting and will be very important to whoever that will come across this video. Some of the things that we would like to be doing that is good that we should engage our time to do are things that I think things that will stand for a test of time. Age is coming and people are growing by the day. And as they're growing, there are some lessons that are learned. And some of these lessons, most times, we are supposed to be a people that informs our generation, the upcoming generation, to tell them of things to avoid and things to to always do in order to be better in life. So today we'll be looking at few things around vision and contentment. I always like, during my time of broadcast, speaking from experience, because most time life is a beautiful thing, and in the sense that everyone have their differences and upbringings are not the same. We all came from different environment and we are raised differently, and you'll see that very opportunity, that very differences avails us the opportunity to have a different experience and also have things to share. And it's not like somebody will feel like it's all the same. It can never be the same. There are so many things that I think in this life, when we hear the word distraction, there are so many things that I think that are distracting us in our daily activities, that are distracting us from our vision. Most times you'll find out that we put in so much effort, in reading up things, getting motivated, getting inspired in order to live a better life. And we pay attention to issues of high matters. And when you look at these things, we seem not to recognize the little things we ought to avoid in order not to destroy our life investment. There are many people who today, if you ask them a question, they will tell you that they had visions to do many things. But if you check in our world, you found out too many excuses. While there are people who they didn't have much dream, but as the day unveils, they saw their life getting transformed by the kind of activity they give themselves to, the kind of training, the kind of information they expose themselves to. it is important to understand the differences in this thing. Um, while I was during the time I began to recognize things, I I usually do self-appraisal. These are some of the things that I learned. That is not about too many meetings, too many teachings. The teachings are good, but it depends on you what you do with those teachings, with the information that are at your disposal. I came to realize this, and when I realized this, if there are some little effort that I know I've made today, these are some of the things that I thank God for the awareness, some of the things that really helped me. So you look around the world today, you found out that there are so much distractions. There are so much distractions. These days, success is not what it should be. Is one-sided. Many are chasing shadows. Many are chasing shadows. Money is good. Fame is good. Now that everything is digital now, the question is, the activities you are engaging your life with, are there things that you know that can stand in a test of time? In so many masterclass that we are privileged to attend, we learned that in a place of choosing the right profession, we also have to look out for things that can also, that can also speak even at a time that we know we are aged, that we won't be able to do much as we used to. It's just like somebody who is doing a job of bricklayer, and that fellow is not thinking about how to change a trade that can actually look after that person during the time maybe you're retired from service, or you are old, or your bones are strong. You see, there's a failure. So now there's no plan for the rainy days. So these days, many persons has been misled from what success used to be to what they feel or they saw just from the happenings around the world. Because success guarantees peace of mind. There's a life of peace and a life of contentment that comes with being a success. Now, if for instance you dreamt to be a lawyer and you couldn't make it to be a lawyer, and you now became a trader, and being a trader, people around sees you as a successful trader, and there's something that always tells you, and a feeling that you always have, that points towards negativity. It tells you that you're not in the right place, that tells you that you're not in the right place. We call this an informative series where we share ideas, we share views, we learn and we unlearn and we relearn. Why am I doing all of this? Why am I saying all of this? There is hope for whoever that has a feeling that his life or her life is not on the right bearing. There is hope. There is hope. There is hope for you. I tell you something because it is not about, there are so many things that has brought limitations in the mind of people, where they will give you age brackets that if you are not at this place at this time, forget it. That is a lie. I am not encouraging laziness. I'm not encouraging any sort of carelessness, because a lot happens when you utilize your strength as a youth. But at a time when you couldn't do it, or for instance, you were not opportune to know the things you're supposed to know, which would have stepped you up, and you got to know that which you're supposed to know, and you get inspired and you're motivated. I tell you, knowledge brings renewals. Knowledge gives strength. Knowledge is a booster of energy. You can be whatever you want to be if you're a man of vision. The moment you know better, that tells you that you can get it right. So it's never late, and can never be late for you. Thank you for hanging out with us. See you next time.